Today we're talking about German beer
How to drink it.
and why you should.
Guten Abend, I'm Geoff.
And I'm Alex. We're two Americans and we're living in Germany for over 10 years, and we're here to help you learn what it's like to be two Americans living in Germany.
That's very true, Alex. But first, they should hit subscribe down below so you can get videos like these. And if you can, buy the like button, a bottle of Singleton whiskey. He just turned 92.
Congratulations! And let's just dive right into it, Geoff. We're talking about beer. Most people in the world, the Western world at least, do like beer.
I drink probably more beer than I should, but that habit started when I moved to Germany.
Oh, for sure.
Did your level of beer drinking go up when you came to Germany?
I mean, I did drink beer before, but I just think it's a little more normal and blasé here.
Yeah, and one of the reasons it is so accepted is because, and we're going to mention it later, you can drink beer in public here. You can drink beer starting at the age of 18 in Germany. So people get used to a life of beer much earlier on.
It's true.
Yeah.
And you also drink beer while drinking whiskey.
That's true. Oh. Ooh, that's better. That's good. Cheers. Ooh, not my favorite. What is my favorite? It's a good old German beer. Now, one of the biggest differences between German and American beer that you'll notice right away is the size. Now, Alex, show them an American beer.
Here, we have a Miller Genuine Draft.
Now, American beers come out in 0.3s, but a German beer, 0.5. Now, this is the standard German beer, so you're getting about 20% more beer every time you drink a beer. So when you say like, oh, I had 3 beers, that's actually equivalent to 4 American beers. So I think that's another reason why maybe you get like acclimatized to drinking more beer after moving to Germany, just because the beers are just, I mean, they're just bigger. Now, we can also show you with cans, like show them an American beer in a can.
Here's a Canadian beer can because it's close enough to American.
It's the same size. Now here is a German beer can. So let's show them the difference here. Again, 0.33, I guess, if you want to be very specific, and a 0.5. So like so right off the bat, there's just a huge difference in how much alcohol you're consuming.
Yeah, 100%. If you want to go out and have a few beers, a few of these is going to damage your liver a little more than a few of these.
Absolutely. Now, if you go to a German beer fest like Oktoberfest, you'll be drinking a Maß, which is a 1 liter glass, which means 3 American beers
or this.
And
then I think it kind of shows why German food can be so heavy. Because before you're drinking, you want to have a big, schnitzel, potatoes, a Wurst, something big in your tummy.
Some padding in there.
So you can drink these monster beers.
Absolutely, yeah. And when you go to the store to buy a German beer, like what's the biggest difference that you see going to like a grocery store in America to buy a beer?
Yeah, so in the States, you usually get beers in packs, right? A 6-pack, 12-pack,
20-pack. Costco, the 30-packs.
30-pack.
Missed 30-pack.
Gotta get a rack.
Yeah.
But in Germany, usually buy the beer. So you can get 6, 4, 3, whatever.
Beer by the beer?
Buy beer by the beer.
So individual bottles, I think that's what she means by beer.
By the beer.
So usually there's just a big wall of the various different brands, and you're like, ooh, I want one of these. Ooh, 3 of these, 1 of these, which is nice, but it does make it hard to carry, so you always have to bring a backpack with you. And 6-packs do exist in Germany, but they're, I would say, very rare, and most people don't buy them because they only come with the small 0.3s, whereas again, the standards are the half liter.
So if you're buying a big case of beer in Germany, I recommend you bring a friend with you because carrying them is extremely heavy because you're not going to find cans very often in a pack. It's going to be bottles.
But I have been buying more cans lately because they're better for the environment.
We learned this.
We did.
A little while ago. Another thing, especially if you live to Berlin.
I'm just going, I don't know if you know, I'm just going whiskey, beer. Just like, don't even know what I want to do.
Another thing you have to learn here in Berlin, if you're moving here, is that open a beer with a lighter. I have one handy for demonstration purposes.
The thing is, I've been here, again, 12 years. I still can't do this. What I do is I just have a bottle opener attached to my keyring. But dude, he can open a bottle off of pretty much everything.
So you got to take the lighter and you got to learn how to pop it open like this. And once you do that, you are now welcome in to the city.
To the Berliner family.
And later is rookie mode. Germans can open a beer with pretty much anything.
When you're in Germany, you are going to notice that there are specific types of beers that you see the majority of people drinking, which is slightly different than in the US.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we have your typical Pilsner, like this.
Pils.
Or
like
Pils.
In Germany, we have this phrase called Fußpils, which means a beer on the go, Fuß by foot. Pils. Because in Germany, unlike in the States, you can actually drink in public. And so that's why, you can have a beer on the go, hence Fußpils.
Fußpils. Or Wegbier, which means like kind of going away beer.
Yeah.
Also work.
On the way.
So you have your Pils, very popular up north. You see a lot of really cool types of beers all over the regions, and every region kind of has their own brand and style of beer.
Absolutely.
But Pils, what we drink in Berlin, mostly Pils.
Yeah, I would say 70% of the beers you see are Pils
Probably
in
Pils.
Berlin
Pils,
in the
lager.
north. Yeah.
Now we also have a Helles, which you can find a lot down in Bavaria, so down in southern Germany. And these are delicious.
And one thing you'll notice in a beer garden, beer hall, beer festival, usually there won't be a brand of beer or a big selection. There's two different kinds of beers on a menu at Oktoberfest or wherever. It's a Helles, meaning a light, or a Dunkel, meaning dark. So you light beer or dark beer, and that's it. And usually there's no other information. So this is your Helles, and this is an Augustiner, which is a very famous,
very popular,
Munich-based.
Find out all over Germany.
Yeah.
And this is a Schwarzbier, which is very, very dark beer. And it's an acquired taste. It's not much for me. Heavy.
Yeah, exactly. Heavier. But I know some people, they can't do light or pills, and they can only do dark beer like the Schwarzbier. So
there you go.
But if it's summertime and you want something even lighter and you don't want too much alcohol, you go for the Radler.
Now, Radler is a beer mixed with some sort of citrus soda. So you can make it with just Sprite and beer. And it was actually made it's called Radler because Rad means bike. And it's actually made by bikers to keep themselves hydrated while on a race. Because it's only, I think, 2% alcohol, 2.5% alcohol.
It's literally 50% beer, 50% Fanta, some sort of,
and it's good.
Lime soda or whatever you want to call it, orange soda.
It's great in the summer. It's really refreshing, and it doesn't give you like that beer mouth, like that beer mouth.
And some people in Germany will make fun of you for drinking a Radler. I'm not in the mood for it right now, but there's just some days, it's maybe like twice a year where I'm like, I want a Radler.
Yeah, me too. Yeah. And of course, it's Hefeweizen, which we didn't buy because we don't like it, and I'm not spending money on it.
I love Hefeweizen.
Oh, I don't like it, and I'm not spending money on it.
Don't speak for other people. I love a good Hefeweizen. And Hefeweizen is the only beer that Germans will not let you drink from the bottle.
True. It has to be in a glass.
It has to be a specific Hefeweizen glass of this shape. So, and I've had my wife's family give me shit for drinking it straight out of the bottle. They literally looked at me like, what are you doing? You cannot do this.
And of course, we're talking German beer. We're talking about the Reinheitsgebot, which is the beer purity law. It is, I think, one of the oldest laws in Germany. Mm-hmm. And what it means is that every German beer can only have 3 ingredients, kind of 3.5, which is water, barley, and hops or wheat. So every beer to be called a beer in Germany has to have those 3 things, not more, not less. And if it has any more, then it's more of a malt beverage, but it cannot be considered a beer, even though Germans will mix their beers with lots of weird stuff.
We've got 3 ingredients, and it is crazy how much you can do with 3 ingredients.
It is, because you would think that a lot of the beer tastes all the same, and to be fair, a lot of the pills taste similar, but when you taste them next to each other, some are more herby, some are lighter, some are heavier.
Absolutely, man.
So it's all about how you brew it, I guess. I don't know. I'm not a brewer. I'm not a brewmaster.
No, I'm more of a beer drinker, probably like you. So here's some fun facts about German beer that you might like to know. Now, as we mentioned, you can drink beer starting at the age of 16, but to go to a bar and buy beer, you have to be 18, but you can buy beer from like the grocery store at 16, hard liquor, 18.
And like we said, the Späti culture, so the kiosk or convenience store culture, a lot of people get beers from there. Also, €1, €2, €3, they're very cheap for a bottle. And people sit outside those, get beers from there, go to the park, drink in public, drink wherever you want. No one cares. And then when you're done with your beer, put your bottle on the side next to a trash can, and that beer bottle is now worth 8 cents for someone to come pick up and return it into the deposit.
Or if it's a can, 25 cents.
Germans do have some of the highest beer consumption in the world.
They've been in the top 3 of consuming the most beer worldwide per capita. And they usually range, I think it was last year, around 106 liters on average per German. So
that's a lot.
That's a lot of alcohol.
It's actually rookie numbers.
A lot of countries have about half that. So it's actually a lot.
It's a lot.
Yeah. For Alex, that's probably like, I don't know, 10% of his yearly consumption.
I don't drink that much, Mom. Also, at many grocery stores, you'll find water, for around the same price as beer. So it kind of shows you how inexpensive it really is.
And often you'll find the beer is cheaper than the equivalent amount of water. So you ask yourselves why people drink so much beer in Germany. Well,
it's cheap. And also, a really weird fun fact, the Germans have a saying, that goes 7 Bier ein Schnitzel, which is pretty much 7 beers, is the equivalent of a schnitzel. So if you're hungry and you have no food, just have 7 beers.
Drink a bunch of beer.
And you'll be full. So.
And that's exactly what people in Munich do every year with the world famous Oktoberfest, where they sell roughly 7.5 to 8 million liters of beer.
Wow.
It is the largest Volksfest or People's Fest in the world, where you have millions of visitors coming over a 2-week period just to drink just insane amounts of beer. And that's for a whole different video, but don't worry, it's coming.
It's coming. It is touristy, but it's worth it. Now,
is this worth it?
Is this worth it? No, this is terrible.
I would say terrible, but not. I'd rather not drink it.
Dislike.
But you know what's not terrible? You guys. We love that you guys stopped by. Thanks for coming. And Alex has some words of advice for you.
Stay safe, stay healthy, and
stay thirsty.
Oh, don't like that wink.
Guten Abend. I'm Geoff.
And we're here to help you learn more about what it's like to be an American living in Germany. Straight up.